so I'm gonna have to make a void raid and then a stasis sword around for void raids if I'm gonna go carriers.
Good luck and have fun.
You're gonna need it.
This is a complicated one. Let's try it. Baby.
Not the probes.
I can't make a gateway at the bottom.
Glory to the Daylom. Najakar Mina. Higher.
Finished learning.
Give us your command. The firstborn shall persevere. Glory to the Daylom. The firstborn shall persevere. Where shall we march? Horns alive. Ire shall be reclaimed. Glory to the Daylom. Give us your command. The Templar march. Faith or fear. Najakar Mina. The firstborn shall persevere. Give us your command. Let none. We serve with pride. Glory to the Daylom. Yes. Where let your will be, ire shall be reclaimed. Yes, Executor. Yes, Executor. Combat await. Najakar, the firstborn shall persevere. Give us your command. We serve with pride. Where let your will be heard. Yes, Executive. Najakar, Mina. Forward. It shall be done. We are of one mind. Ire shall be reclaimed. Combat awaits. Give us your command. We serve Najakar, Mina. Let your will be heard. Glory to the Daylom. Yes, Executor. Yes, Executor. Faith before fear. Where shall we march? Yes, Executor. Ire shall be reclaimed. Let your will.
I am here in the shadows.
Glorious combat is upon us. We serve with pride. Forward. Eradication. Najakar, Mina. Where shall we march? Blade cannon armed. Combat awaits. Ire shall be reclaimed. Faith before fear. Let your will be heard.
And they're out of here!
Combat awaits.
What do you guys think?
Give us your command. Blade cannon armed.
So I didn't do it too good. I still have some work to do, but I'll explain what I'm doing. So this one I do. I have a hotkey for this first probe right here. Oh no! I'm right here. I have a hotkey for this probe right here. I'll tell you why. Because I also have a hotkey for two other probes. One hotkey is two probes. The other hotkey is one probe. I'm gonna put them together. I want to make sure that I pull the right one, and I can't do it by just clicking one and go and hoping it's the one. So I always have to tag the one that's gonna separate from the two, and that's gonna allow three probes to be in one without confusion. So I hotkey it here. I hotkey two probes, as you can see here. And then when I make a gas, I get the hotkey of the two probes, and then I'll grab the other one with it. But I won't hotkey it. I'll just grab it, and that'll allow me to grab them and move them together, even though they're not hotkeyed together. So now that I see these two, and then this is I'm putting them together, just grabbing them and moving them, so that I can clump them. And now I can control which one I want out, and still have the right ones to do the splits. So now I go scout. He sees gateway, so he's like, oh well, it's normal gateway. Gateway is usually common. And then I get my gas, and then he only sees one probe. He doesn't see two. He doesn't see three. I branch out right here, because sometimes as a random player, Protosses build in the front, and because they build in the front sometimes, I have to make sure I don't split in front of them. So I always split right here if it's a Protoss because of that. So now that I'm close up to him, I know that he's built on the low ground, so he has nothing on the high ground. So he's over here, he sees another probe, and I branch out the third one. And then he sees two probes, right? And then I go in and show him the two probes. Like, hey, it's right here, they're right here, don't worry about it. You know, oh shoot, I didn't get my damage done. I'm going to recall in front of you. And by recalling in front of you, meaning I'm not gonna be aggressive. I'm just kidding, or I changed my mind, and now the problem solved, right? The situation has been reduced to nothing. The 2 probes left, and so this one's here. It looks somewhat normal here. He's like, oh, well, he's going warp gate, so we might have to watch out for the front. Now I get a sentry. The reason why I get a sentry is to block the probes. I might have to do the first sentry to block him here, but he's gonna move out of here. So what I thought to do is just force field the minerals when I get in there. So I was supposed to shade in there and then force field the ramp. I missed it. Oh no, I got it, but the immortal got there is what happened. Okay, but the second time I missed it. Because I'm like, what I'm doing is I'm baiting them to come to me. But then I'm also saying, hey, I'm going to go attack that side. So he's like, no, you're not. That's my army. And I'm like, okay, I'll nibble right here while I warp in. And then I'm going to be over there. Just kidding. I'm going to take out this. Okay, I'm going to go over there. And then I was going to force field this area to keep him from getting in. And then I'll be all by myself with the probes. But I missed the block. It's too late. But that's the objective, you get me? You attack him, shade, attack him, shade. All of a sudden, when he's inside and you shade, you force field. Because the shade can go through a force field. And the units can't go through force field. So if you're over here with sentries just blocking him left and right, he's going to get hurt right here. And then once the probes are dead, a lot of them, you can just shade back inside and warp in more. Or if he goes back down there, you force field, you pull back. He waits finally to get it through. You shade back in. You force field him out. You just keep force fielding him. So that's what the sentries are supposed to be for. It's just to keep him in or keep him out as you're engaging these shades. But if he goes for the pylon, usually what happens is in most maps that I usually like to do this, my pylon's here, my gateway's down here, and then I make more battery shields. If he kills the pylon, he kills the pylon. You're gonna have to wing it. You have to go back home, get a nexus, right, and go for the transition. So if he's attacking the pylon, you can still attack you can still regenerate the pylon if you have battery shield. But most of the time, they're trying to protect their probes in the early games, so you can get a decent amount out if he doesn't leave you scouting. That's why I waited for two warp-ins, so that he's more engaged in the units. But make another pylon with the probe. If you feel like one pylon's not enough, make a second pylon. Make another battery shield as you're attacking. It's up to you to decide when to stop. This is not supposed to kill him. This is supposed to hurt him. And it's up to you to see if you could or can't hurt him. Then you fall back. If he doesn't take the pylon out, that's an opportunity for you. There's gonna be games where they'll take out the pylon, and then the Stargate is depowered, and then all of a sudden they leave the Stargate alone because it's depowered. But then you can bring a pylon, you can bring a probe over, hide it, make another pylon, and use the Stargate because they didn't break the Stargate. A lot of times that happens. They'll be like, oh, okay, we'll kill the pylon. It's depowered. We're going to go keep fighting over here. Not worry about the battery shields. The probe is still alive. All of a sudden it makes another pylon and powers up the battery shields. I've seen that happen a lot. So a variety of things are going to happen. It's up to you to take an opportunity whenever you see it's in your favor. If not, then the other person's going to have that advantage. But there's going to be games where you have to be on top of it. You're like, oh, he didn't kill the buildings. Let me pylon. Let me recharge it. Some people do that with the prism. They'll get it with the prism. They'll charge up the batteries and everything with the prism. And they're like, oh, shit. So that's StarCraft. What's the transition? It all depends on what he makes. So I was going to go into Stargate. Because I saw Immortals. And with the Immortals, he's going to want to make more aggressive ground. So with Void Raids, I can kind of move around be agile and just have to deal with the stalkers. So that was gonna be my direction to all this. Take an expo and transition. But I needed to do damage first, and you don't want to spend too much time over here if you can maximize your micro. They try to wall me out, which is a good move. Yeah, another build. We just sometimes I create more builds and I forget more builds. I'm like, oh, and I gotta remember. The good thing is I have YouTube. I can go back and see what I was like. What? Oh yeah, that's a good one. I gotta work on that one. We're just always kind of moving forward to something new, so I tend to not do it for a while. Some people will tell me, "Hey Flo, have you ever done this?" I'm like, is there like a fake tongue that you could lick it off controlledly and then I don't know.
Good luck, have fun, and
That shit
meet 'em.
seems dangerous for a real tongue. The rubber scrubber, yeah, that's or your finger, huh? If it's cheese, of course, with your finger would be great. Yeah, I saw that string right there at the bottom.
Not the probes. They're attacking our cute little probes. Pylon is being roughed up. Finished learning.
day.
Hey! They're attacking our base!
The firstborn shall persevere.
Base is under attack!
Najakar Nina. Glory to the Daylom. Where shall we mark? Yes, give us your command. Najakar, the firstborn shall persevere. Let none deter us. Give us your command.
Hey! They're attacking our base!
Glorious combat is upon us. Ire shall be reclaimed.
I am here in the shadows.
Faith before fear.
I am the voice of the eclipse. I am here in the shadows. Intriguing. I serve.
Najakar Nina.
I am here in the shadows. It shall be as you say.
And they're out of here!
I am here in the shadows. It comes to all. Very wide.
Bam! He wasn't ready. He thought he had me. He thought he was gonna attack me. Oh, he got it.
Voice of the eclipse.
He got it pretty bad. We got him. He wasn't ready. That's how you do it. Let's watch it. Let's show you what happened. Secret gateway. Lost of warp. Isn't secret. Secret gateway. The secret gateway. The secret forge. The secret buildings. The secret in general. So, here's a little probe right here. We get the gateway first. Outside, out in the open. We don't want them to get suspicious. For a cannon rush hay tile. And then you're getting me at the end of the stream. You're just waking up. Just like my last game. But I'll be on tomorrow. Alright, so I get a gateway. And then I hotkey the probe. And then I hotkey 2 probes. And I get all 3 probes together. And then we take off. And when we take off, we look like one probe. It's like not a cannon rush. And here's what I've been doing a little bit afterwards. I send another probe back home. This one right here, after I get the forge, right? In case it's a different build. And then when the probe comes in and sees me, when the probe sees me, he's like, oh, the probe. I try to be like, I send this probe, it's like, oh, he's back. Okay, he didn't go anywhere. Which confuses him a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, he's back. He gets, no signs of weirdness. Oh, okay, I'm getting chased by that same probe. He just wants to see what I'm doing. Now here I have to see if it's a low ground or a high ground. And it's a low ground. So with the low ground, we only split one. And then with this one, we take off. And with this probe, he came with the other probe, so I might as well just start scouting and harassing him while this probe is there. We get our gateway, our pylon right here. We gotta put a pylon right here because they're gonna go adept. They're gonna try to harass you with adepts sometimes. So you don't want 3 pylons. I did that last time. I was like, that's too much money. So you want to get gateway. So I'm to pylon here, forge gateway, cybernetics core. That's all I could do here. We need a color the wall, so we need a supply. We put a second pylon here, gateway. No more adept problems. And then right here, this is the only probe that he thinks is harassing him. And I'm scouting really quick. What do we got? What do we got working with? And I come over here to make a pylon. Distract them, you know? Say, hey, I want to slow you down. This is where I get my gateway. I already have this. Now we're going to get one cannon and a battery shield. And the reason why is because you want to make sure you hold this. You don't want to lose your workers. So, a cannon and a battery shield. You got your battery shields. Warp gate kicked in. And then he's checking the third. Now, where is it? And we got our battery shields here.